Hi guys, it's reaction time. It's been a while. It has. It's really been a while. I apologise. It's been Christmas. It's coming up to New Year. Family, work. Work never ends as well. So it is longer between my videos. I apologise for that. But I'm meaning to get back on track. And I said that the last time I did a bunch of videos. But I usually do a bunch together, which I'm planning today. So the first one is, it's one I've been meaning to get round to. The great Robin McAuley and the song Alive. Now, he's got an album coming out. This is the title track. So I haven't heard, obviously, this at all. First time reaction. Excited about hearing it. I love Robin McAuley's album a couple of years back, his solo album. The Black Swan album this year was great. So, you know, he's one of the wonders of how do you keep a vocal like that through the years. You know, he's another one of them vocalists. You think, wow, how does he do it? You know what I mean? And he reaches and reaches with effortlessly, you know, and it's amazing, really. So, Robin McAuley, Alive. Of course, this is coming out on Frontiers a bit later next year because it ain't 2023 yet, although we're very close. It's New Year's Eve, by the way, when I'm recording this. So looking forward to this. Been meaning to get around to it. Like I said, Robin McAuley, Alive. In the band are as well, you got Andrea Cerveso on the guitars, Alessandro Del Vecchio is on the bass and the keys, and Nicholas Papachico, I think I'm saying that right, on the drums. So here we go. Without further ado, Robin McAuley, Alive. Man, crunchy guitar, really melodic little tinkering keys over that. The guitar sounds great on this. I mean, I remember when I first heard Standing on the Edge with Robin McAuley, that first single, the title track a couple of years ago, and just thinking that guitar, that crunchy Dokken-esque guitar, and that's prevalent here again. I would say this is a little bit more heavier. It sounds a little heavier than the, not a lot, but a little bit heavier than the solo album, his first solo album, but it is only the one track. I think this is the first track as the album, I'm not sure. But the guitars are right up in the mix. It has a bit of a more of a darker sort of feel to it. I like the song structure. I like the way the beginning it came in. And it was different. It didn't go straight into that first verse. It was almost, the structure was slightly changed around, which is cool because, you know what, with the amount of music that's going to be coming out again this coming year, you need different stuff to keep, you know, the listener interested, because there's so much melodic rock and hard rock now. So I like the way it just drove in, it sort of came in at the beginning with those sort of drawn out vocals before it went into the song. So it had the darker feel, but the chorus was so catchy and uplifting, which is, you know, that's just a typical, I don't know if Del Vecchio has got anything to do with the songwriting on this one, but it sounds like that sort of uplifting chorus that Del Vecchio can write. But it might be, I might be wrong, it might be Robin McAuley, you know, writing this. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, it sounds absolutely great. Whoever's writing it, it sounds fantastic. The soaring chorus, and of course, to get a soaring chorus, you need a soaring vocal. And Robin McAuley's got that. He just sounds fantastic again on this. He really does. Like I said, one of the wonders, not a wonder of the world, but you know what I mean. How do singers like that, older singers, manage to sing and keep their vocals like that? He has got an amazing voice. There was some parts on that Black Swan album where he really like screamed, and I was thinking, wow, fuck me, man. I mean, it must take some, you know, to all the touring and the recording and all that, and to keep that. I always say that the voice is the hardest thing to, you know, keep preserved, if you like. You know, you can play the guitar for a lot more years than you can singing, or you can play the bass, you know, drums maybe not so much, except Tommy Aldridge, of course. But it's amazing, really. You know, I mean, to think that his vocal cords are that well intact, and he just sounds like he did when you first heard him all those years ago, Far Corporation, Macaulay Schenker. He just sounds the same. How is that possible? Love it so far. Love the crunchiness of it. I really do. I always feel that, you know, if there's going to be a lot of keys in it, which there is tinkering keys in this, the guitar's got to be crunchy and loud. And that's exactly what it does on this. Love it so far. Let's listen to the rest. Love the gallop. He's done it again. He's absolutely smashed it again. I love the galloping part through the solo. Again, sort of a bit darker there before it went into the solo, but a nice build up, and then the gallop was absolutely fantastic. I love the guitar playing, man. That solo, I did mention Dokken before, that, you know, Standing on the Edge, especially that first track off the other album, had that Dokken vibe. The soloing really does have that for me on here. It really cuts through. You know, when you first, you know, sorry about the comparisons, but when you first heard Under Lock and Key, that album, and especially songs like It's Not Love on that Dokken album, and the guitar solo, the way it just cuts through and you can hear everything that George Lynch was playing, this guy reminds me of that guitar style. It really cuts through. It's really clever. Great guitaring. What a great solo that was. But the song in general was just catchy, uplifting, lyrically as well, very cool. I'm trying to, it's hard on first time reactions. I noticed that on a lot of channels that I watch, they really lean towards, you know, reaction channels, by the way, because I do watch a lot of them. Sometimes listeners lean towards the music or the lyrics. You know, they do both, but one more than the other. I've always been musically, I listen to the music, especially on a first time reaction, because that's what usually grabs you straight away, you know, and lyrics come later. But I'm going to try this year coming to listen to the lyrics a little bit more, what they mean. But I mean, it's very hard, but I mean, very uplifting, these lyrics, almost like, you know, I'm here, I'm still smashing it, you know, whatever Robin's been through, whether it's a personal thing, I don't know, because you never know with lyrics. They can be personal, sometimes they're not, subjective. But, you know, in general, very uplifting song in feel and lyrically, I believe. So, but for me, it's quite hard lyrics, but I will try in the future. But man, what a great song by Robin McAuley, Alive. Just love his voice, love everything he does, really. You're guaranteed goodness, aren't you, really, with Robin McAuley? But what do you think, guys? What do you think of this first song, Alive, from the forthcoming album, Alive, Robin McAuley solo album, coming out very soon next year on Frontiers? Can't wait. What a great start to 2023. I'll see you soon.